Welcome to On the Edge with JP Devine from Central Maine Sunday. On the Edge with JP Devine audio is made possible by our subscribers like you. Thank you for listening and supporting local journalism in Central Maine. Now here's JP Devine.
Show me the money. Hey, he belched. What you gonna do with all that dough your liberal governor's gonna give you? He was at one end of the deli counter at the market with a whiskey baritone unencumbered by a mask. Now, as you know, I never speak to anyone in crowded stores, and I define crowd as one other person. If I'm approached, as in, JP, how you doing? I reply with a few words in Japanese or a couple of words in Latin, then quickly, simply float, ghost-like, past the avocados and on to the beer aisle. Post-pandemic, I've always refused to speak to anyone in public, as I'm always masked. It makes me sound like a hostage with a tape over my mouth. Like that. But the question stuck in my mask. As I checked out my box of cereal, 2 avocados, loaf of bread, and forked over the $85, I thought about it. I could use $850. Governor Janet Mills and I have known each other for years. We used to meet at Rennie's in Farmington in happier days. So that's friends. Wouldn't it be rude to turn my nose up to a friend? If a good friend came to your house with $850, would you slam the door in her face? My old Louisiana friend Hazma DePass's mother would tell you, take the money, give him some ribs, and let him sleep in your sister's bed. I agree. First of all, forget the I. There's no I in my house. There's only she who handles all in and out cash transactions. In school, I got A's in history and F's in math. I serve at the pleasure of she in matters of money. All conversations with her on money end with, that's too much. Before her conversion, she came from a solid old-time Republican family that voted the straight Republican ticket. Abraham Lincoln, Ulysses Grant, Rutherford Hayes, those kinds of guys. You hear what I'm saying? She often reminds me that it's a Republican tradition to never talk about money at the dinner table. You know, Republicans seem to have mucho traditions. Democrats, who in my youth ate at the kitchen table, where the ketchup bottle was always in the center, talked about nothing else. Well, for many Americans, it's pretty hard to sit at the dinner table these days and not talk about anything but money, especially if you're trying to figure out how to pay for the table. So, I asked my bookkeeper, tax expert, and co-owner of the house, hey, are we going to get that $850? From whom? When you're talking with someone who uses whom, you better watch what you say. From our friend Janet, whom I admired. Janet? Janet Mills, the governor. Oh, she sighed. That $850. She stopped reading and picked up her pencil and pad. Let's see. Oh, she sighed again. If you've ever been on the receiving end of one of her sighs, just take the dishes to the sink and go watch Jeopardy. There's $600 for March's oil bill, she mumbled. $200 for the excise tax on the car, and $50 for today's groceries. How much was that your friend is giving us? What was that old song again? Buddy, can you spare 1,000?
Thanks for listening to On the Edge with JP Devine. On the Edge with JP Devine audio is made possible by our subscribers like you. Thank you for supporting local journalism in Central Maine.